At the banquet table, Premier Zhao recounted how the two countries established formal relations 7 years ago to the day when the President and Mrs. Marcos paid a visit to Peking for the first time. The Prime Minister concluded his speech convinced that the current visit to China by the First Lady will further strengthen friendly ties between the two countries.
在马可斯总统阁下的领导下，菲律宾政府和人民在发展国民经济和民族文化的事业中所取得的重要成就。那次访问给我留下了亲切的和难忘的回忆。今天是6月7号。
For her part, Madame Marcos emphasized that the Philippines and China have become brothers ever since the 10th century, and that these ties should be further strengthened through the venues of diplomacy, trade, and culture.
Officials of the People's Republic of China here present this evening, our dear friends from this great country and friend of the Philippines, the People's Republic of China, ladies and gentlemen. No words can adequately express the gratitude of the Filipino people and the Philippine government, and my own deep appreciation for the generosity of His Excellency, Prime Minister Xiao Shiyang. We had just parted from a long, fruitful talk where His Excellency generously imparted his thoughts and the vision of the People's Republic of China for a more viable world for humankind. For this generosity, on behalf of President Marcos and the Filipino people, we would like to thank you, Your Excellency, from the bottom of our hearts. I hope His Excellency the Premier will be patient and understanding to Mrs. Marcos, who has been very candid and very brave and courageous in her many conversations with the Prime Minister. But you can be sure, Your Excellency, that whatever sentiments I've expressed, it has come from a deep-rooted affection and love for this great country. We are again here receiving the hospitality of the government and the leadership of the People's Republic of China to the Filipino people. Our hearts and our minds are warmed by the words of welcome of His Excellency and the people of this great country, aptly called Chungku, or the Center Kingdom or the Middle Kingdom. To be honored once again in this great hall of the Chinese people is more than what any person can wish for in a lifetime. Yet ours has been the privilege of being received 4 times as a guest of the great people of this ancient land of the People's Republic of China. We can reply to this kindness, Your Excellency, in the same spirit with which every emissary must ever receive the honors and kindness showered upon her. That our visit takes its meaning from the friendship between our peoples and governments, and that brief as it may be, We fervently hope that our stay will serve to deepen and strengthen the relationship between China and the Philippines, especially on the 7th anniversary of the resuming of diplomatic ties between our two countries. It has been well said that kinship between nations is not reckoned according to size and age, but by the intangible things that peoples and nations share with each other, especially its culture. We know this well in the bonds of friendship that had grown between our country and mine, your country and mine, in the course of nearly 1,000 years. The archaeological treasures that have been excavated in the Philippines, especially pottery, gold and others, dramatize the ancient relationship between our peoples. And these are mirrored in the customs and ways of our people, which today continue to bear the marks of enriching Chinese influences in our culture. In a sense, therefore, we are brothers. We are in one family, and it is fully in this spirit of close affinity that today we mutually strive to expand the areas of cooperation between our peoples. By the accidents of history, relations between China and the Philippines was temporarily disrupted for a time. But once again we find, to use the words of President Marcos, the old bridges restored and a new time of opportunity for our relations to broaden and to prosper. What began in exchanges and contact between our peoples in ancient times, we can today deepen and enrich, as we have indeed deepened and enriched in ties of cooperation and amity between modern states, to the venues of diplomacy, of trade, commerce, and especially rooted in our culture. The relationship between the People's Republic of China and the Philippines can be likened to a living tree. Constantly nurtured and cared, it grows fast and strong, unbended by strong winds that strengthened by mutual love and respect. This is why coming to China is not only coming home, it is the strengthening of our roots as brothers. Our people not only work together, think together, create together, but also feel together and for one another. We have a deep-seated common heritage, and we share a common region separated only by a strip of water. Philippine relationship with China reaches new heights, for our countries share a common goal: to make our part of the world a viable, livable region and a fulfilled place for humankind. Like blood brothers, we dream the same dreams and say the same prayers for a peaceful human family. We, the Filipino people, its government and its leaders, are deeply appreciative of the many deeds of kindness and generosity that has been bestowed to the Filipino people. We can only reciprocate this with an equal gift of the spirit and of the heart, which is our eternal friendship for China that is deeply rooted in our race and in our culture. Xie xie and good day.